Okay, today is September 27, 2015. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. This S&P 500, you can see that it came up, after the October low here. It came up and bumped up against the resistance here, somewhere around this, 22, 23 area here, and then kind of pull back. And still kind of decide where it wants to go. Is it going back up and, maybe retest this 2040? Or come back down and retest the August low, somewhere down, or even at the October close of last year, somewhere around this 1860 area here. But right now, the key level to watch is essentially, this level here, in which that I have more like a small trading band here. So we want to see, would it be able to break above this 1993, 1994? Then there's a good chance that it could come up and retest this 2040. Because also the other thing is I also got a little, price channel going up here. So it could be, doing this little thing here to come up to this 2040. If it bounces off this lower trend line here. So right now, essentially, this level here and this level. So, these are the two levels to keep an eye on, right? That 1913, 1914, or 1993, 94 area. Okay, so we want to see where it's going to go. And if the market break below this level here, this 1913, 85, then there's a good chance that we might see it come down and retest this 1860-ish area here, okay, on the S&P 500. And if we take a look at the spider on intraday basis, you can see that that trend line channel that I essentially talking about is within this zone here, right? This area here. So we're looking at this 199.84 and the 190.73 or 191 area. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on that to see where it's going to go. If it break below, then we'll probably be looking at coming down to 186 area. If it come up above this 99, then we likely will see it come up and retest this 204.40. Okay, so that's the S&P. And if we take a look at the NASDAQ 100, the NASDAQ 100, similarly to the S&P 500, so right now it's still trying to get back above this area here, this 43, 49, 93 or 43.50 area. Okay, and so right now it's still kind of within this band here, and if it can't get above this 43.50 area, then the chances are we probably will see it come back down to maybe try to test this the December close, last year's last December close here, somewhere around this 89.60. So we're going to see how we're going to hold up when it get down here. And if it can't hold at this level, then most likely we probably will see it retest this August low here. So essentially come back down to this October close, somewhere around this 37.65. And if we could, get back above this level here, then you also got this confluence here with this trend line. So that's going to be an inflection point here. And if we could break above this trend line, then maybe we could see it come back up and try to retest these, April high here, the 45.60 area. Okay. Then on the Russell 2000, it's coming down. It looks like it's going to come down and test this August low here, this 1104 area here, because right now still could try to hold up on on this particular band here, and maybe it will come up and try to do a little bit of this head and shoulder type of a pattern. All right, so it could come back up and maybe get up to this 1140 area and set up this right shoulder to take it down, and most likely with the measure move, it's gonna break below this area here. Then we probably be looking at it to come back down and maybe test this this 1049 area here, essentially the last October close. So we got to keep an eye on this Russell 2000, especially with the biotech being sold off last week. If we look at this biotech ETF, and you can see that it's coming down pretty hard last week. And if we look at this Fibonacci retracement here, on this particular swing, so it came up to close to this 38.2 here, right? So it come down, and so it could be making this H pattern breakdown. And if we get below this 283, 284, the chances are we're going to be seeing us come down here and take out this 127 extension somewhere around the 252 area. So we got to be careful with that on the IBB. And if this come down, then most likely it will drag the Russell 2000 down a bit. Right? So let's take a look at a few of these momentum stock. We haven't been talking about these lately. Well, I did post a few charts last week on Apple, and Apple seems to be holding up fairly well. And depending on what the iPhone 6s gonna, some of the numbers gonna come in, from the weekend. Tomorrow we might see Apple maybe trying to make a pop, so it's all depend, right? Because I got this little channel here, and I've been saying that if break about this pivot high here somewhere around that 115.37. So essentially I'm saying that if it could go up to 115.50, then there's a good chance that we might see it come back up and at least take out this 117 and possibly get up to this 119 area here, this particular resistance level, if not higher. So it's going to keep an eye on Apple. If it break down, then we could see it come back down to maybe this 107, 105ish area here, the January close. So that would be fairly close to this 38.2 level here. And then looking at Facebook, because Facebook has also been strong, quite strong as well recently. You can see that been looking at this engulfing, this inside coil here. It's kind of peak above that on Thursday, and then on Friday it kind of gap above that, but it wasn't able to hold and it pulled back in. So we gotta be careful. We have to watch this. If we're gonna break below this this low here, somewhere around 91, 92, then there's a good chance it come down and try to retest this 90, 99, essentially 91 area, and that might be also present a interesting level to keep an eye on for a potential bounce. Because that could be a support here. And if we take out this 97.09, then the all-time high would be back in play, this 99.24. Because I'm still looking at the possibility for Facebook eventually come up here on this upper channel, which is 105.45. Because if I let me go and put up a longer time frame here, and then we could take a look at that. So essentially, this is the long-term, price channel that I've been looking at, right? Been hovering around here. So this is the 105 area. So if we could, come up and take out this, or at least come up and bump against this trend line, then we probably will see that 105 and another new all-time high. Because right now it's kind of sitting, in the upper portion of this band here, this price channel. So we'll see, if it break down and come back down, then the chances are we could see it to, come back to somewhere around the 80. But from what it the way that it look right now, that's pretty doubtful that it will come down. But you never know, right? Maybe something happened or whatever. So, but at least right now, I think Facebook is looking quite strong, and I think that would be the one to keep an eye on for any kind of potential long, swing long or things like that. Okay, and I wouldn't say that for Twitter, because you see Twitter still riding on this downtrend here, and I just cannot get back above this 30 area, this 29.50. Essentially, that's the the first post IPO low here. Then we got this little bounce, and ever since it broke it down here, it just can't get back above it. So right now it's kind of keeping an eye on this trend line here to see would it be able to get back above this trend line and try to work its way back up to this 2950 area, and then maybe try to sidestep itself back up to this 3820. I think that's going to be a big resistance level there, because you can see there's a lot of people got trapped between this 34 and 38. So that's going to be a key level to watch. But if it can hold this trend line, or can get back above this trend line, we could see it come back down and retest this 21. And if it break, we got this little H pattern, potential H pattern breakout, because here's the 50% retracement. Right, so if we break that to that 127 extension, we could conceivably looking at Twitter to come down to somewhere around this 1675 area. Okay, so let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon has also been holding up fairly well, and it might be putting in a little bit of a inverted head and shoulder pattern here. But again, extension, I'm looking at the possibility of getting back up to this all-time high here, the 578. So probably looking at that to see can it get above this level here, this 543 area. And also I got a little price channel here. As you see this price channel, so I'm kind of looking at to see could it get back up at this price channel. See the confluence here on this all-time high to the upper trend line of this price channel. So kind of keep an eye on that. And if it come back down, then most likely it probably will, maybe we see it come back down and test this lower trend line, which is also in confluence with the 38.2 on this Fibonacci extension, or this retracement of close to 500. So those are the two levels to watch. If it could break above this 540, then we could see it work itself up to this 580. Okay. Then Google been kind of try to get above this get back to the all-time high here on this 712. Seems to be on this little triangle here. So right now we're basically looking at this this level here, which is also the 50% retracement, 626. So if we come back down here and then we get another bounce, we get up to this 680. See this 78.6, somewhere around 675, which also a little bit of a resistance here. All right, so and got a little bit of a confluence with this trend line on this triangle here. Right, so we're gonna have to watch that 680. So so the key point to watch right now is somewhere around this 626 and the 680. Right, so either gonna break above or gonna break below. Okay, and if it break below, then we'll probably see this thing come down to 692, or at least come down to this 600 level here and this 382 extension. The 605. Okay. Then Netflix was kind of running for a little while, and it seems to finally run out of steam a little bit. So again, I got this little trend line. It's still trying to peak above that trend line, maybe work itself back up to this level here, somewhere around this 117. So it's can count everything out, there's always that possibility. But right now, essentially looking at this 97 level. If we break below this 97, then we're probably looking at this 87 level down here. Okay, so basically retesting this low here. But if we could hold above this this trend line, then maybe it could get up and try to fill this gap here. So it's somewhere around this 111.25. And work itself back up, and maybe get into this 115, this 115 area for the inflection point here, and this it might get a little bit of a resistance. Okay, finally, let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla has also been kind of try to get back up to its high here at the what's that 286 area, 286, 287. See that I also have a little channel coming in here. So, and this could if we get back above this 271, there's a possibility to get back up to this 282, 283 area, close to this all-time I mean this previous high is not the all-time high. I don't believe that's the all-time high here. The all-time high is up here somewhere around 292. So we kind of keep an eye on that, because if it break below this 254, then there's a good chance that it might come back down and retest these levels somewhere around this 238 and 235 area. So kind of watch Tesla here. Although last Friday we got this big red candle here, so wouldn't be surprised to see maybe it come down, test this 254 a little bit, and then get a bump up, get a bounce off of that, because it's also in confluence with this price channel, the lower trend line of this price channel, and this particular support level here. Okay, so that's the quick look at some of the stock and also the market. So good luck.